Subscribe if you like the video. Hey there. I'm not sure what happened either. Well, I have an idea, but I'd like to confirm it first with you. I found you laying unconscious in the woods, so I brought you here to my home, so I could care for you. Judging by the bite mark you have, it looks like you may have been bitten by a certain snake. Did you remember seeing a snake before you fell unconscious? That's what I thought. And what did the snake look like? Yep, that's the one. It's a somewhat common snake around these woods. And when it bites something, it leaves a very unique bite mark, because it has 8 fangs. You have the same type of bite mark on your leg. I guess that settles the culprit. Well, I've got good news, bad news, and worse news. The good news is that the poison isn't life-threatening, so your life isn't in any danger. The bad news, though, is that it's paralytic. You won't be able to move mostly. Although you can still move your eyes, breathe, and talk, obviously. The worst news is that it's largely uncurable. There isn't a medicine or spell that can cure it. At least, there isn't a spell you can cast on others to cure it. Although some self-targeted spells can, which might seem pointless since you're paralyzed. How can you cast a spell on yourself? But it's theoretically possible. And the poison doesn't wear off with time either. You're stuck with it. Well, maybe I worded it weirdly. You can't actually cast a spell on yourself when you're paralyzed, obviously. But if you form a certain familiar contract and become someone's familiar, then that master or mistress can cast a spell on themselves and share it with their familiar, as if the familiar had cast it on themselves. Does that make any sense? I happen to know the spell that could cure you, so if you became my familiar, I could cure you of this poison. Well, it's not that simple. Do you want to become my familiar? Because this contract would magically enforce your obedience to me. So if I gave you an order, you would magically be compelled to obey it. So if I ordered you to jump, for instance, your legs would move on their own, and you would jump even if you didn't want to. It's not something most people would agree to, I think. I'm guessing this is a decision you need some time to think about, right? Well, if you're going to be maybe my familiar someday, how about we do some introductions? My name is Ariel, and as you can tell from my many tales, I am a kitsune, or a foxgirl, in the more colloquial term. And may I have the pleasure of knowing your name? That's a lovely name. I've already committed it to memory. Oh, are you staring at my tails? Don't worry, it's not rude. Well, actually, I think most people would find it rude, but I don't mind if it's you. I guess you're a special exception. Do they fascinate you? If you do decide to be my familiar, then we should get more familiar, am I right? Pardon the pun. But if you want to touch them, then go ahead. They're all yours. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I completely forgot you were paralyzed for a second. I'm sorry, that was really insensitive of me. But if you'd like, I could move my tails across your hand. I'm not sure that you'd be able to feel them, but it's worth a shot. Would you like that? Okay. Do you feel that? I'm glad that you can at least move your mouth. It's nice to see you smile. You deserve to be happy. You didn't deserve something like this happening to you. Oh, sorry, was I talking like I know you? Well, I guess in a way I feel like I do. You probably think I'm crazy though. Say, do you believe in reincarnation? I do. But rather than believe, I think it would be more accurate to say I know. You see, people have these auras. They're unique identifiers. Kind of like fingerprints that only those with strong magical abilities can sense. And yours is the same as my old beloved. You see, now you're on your third life. On your first life, I was your familiar. But then you grew old and finally passed away. Because you are human and your life is so short. From my perspective, anyway. Then on your second life, fate brought you to me again, and you became my familiar. And now fate has brought you to me once more. And it seems fate would have you become my familiar a second time. I know it sounds crazy, and I'm not asking you to believe it, but I'm telling you what I believe. It'll hurt, but you can think of me as a stranger if you'd like. But I mean, it's better for you that I think you're my beloved from your past life, right? That way, I'll be a much kinder mistress for you, if you become my familiar. I know becoming someone's familiar, at least with this specific contract that would cure you, is something that takes a lot of trust. And I know it's not just as simple as just saying, just trust me, because that's a suspicious sentence. But I think I have something that might convince you. I used to record all of my precious memories I made with you in your past 2 lives. 80 years ago, you cast your first fireball in your second life. You were so proud and excited to finally learn the spell, you just couldn't contain your smile as you showed me again and again. It was so cute how you thought it was an advanced spell. Still, it was an important milestone in your education, and I was truly proud of you. I made your favorite that night to celebrate. 100 years ago, in your second life, you were scared because you thought you saw a demon, and you had thought it might have been after you. That day, there weren't any demons in a 20-mile radius, but I killed all the ones in a 100-mile radius just to be sure. I also made sure to stay up all night just keeping watch so you could sleep safe and sound. You always did look so cute sleeping. By the way, I offered to go to hell and kill them again, but you said that wouldn't be necessary. You're so considerate. Let's see, there's this sentry and... Oh. This one is about your final moments in your past life. I'm sorry, I don't really want to read that one. I really missed you, you know? I know you don't remember anything, but it's impossible for me to forget about you. You're the only one for me. The only one I could make such a contract with, definitely. If you become my familiar, I promise, I will be the best possible mistress for you. I'll always protect you. I'll never let any animal hurt you again. I won't even let mosquitoes land on you. I'll burn them to death in flight. All of them, without fail. And maybe you didn't quite see the outside of my home, but you know this place is built like a fortress, right? It's the perfect place to keep you safe. I know in the past you had trouble sleeping because you didn't feel safe. If you become my familiar, I'll always watch you sleep. I mean, watch over as you sleep, to give you peace of mind, to help you. And, you know, there are these berries you really like, and maybe you haven't tried them yet in this life, but I've always made sure to keep a lot of them on hand in preparation for the day I'd finally meet you. If you become my familiar, you can eat as much of these as you like. You can eat as many of these as you like every day. And you can do lots of other things too. You can fluff my tails every day. You always used to say that you had 9 hands for each one of my tails. And of course, you'd be able to move again. So what do you say? Will you become my familiar? Really? Are you sure? I mean, I'm overjoyed for you to accept, but it's not a decision to make lightly. Alright, that settles it. I'll make you my familiar. Now, conducting the contract is actually quite simple. Most familiar contracts would require certain inks and signing a physical contract, but this one I'm going to make with you is completely verbal. All you have to do is reply to me, yes, I do. Now then, do you accept to become my familiar, now and forever, through sickness and in health? Alright. You're my familiar now. It seems sort of mundane, right? To the untrained eye, you wouldn't think any magic happened. But the contract is also sort of romantic, don't you think? It sounds just like a wedding vow. I'll cast the healing spell now. Done. I'm a powerful mage, so the effect should be immediate. Go ahead, why don't you try and see if you can move now? All better, right? I'm so happy for you. It's so nice to truly own you again. I really missed this. Oh, and I hope you aren't offended when I say I own you, especially since it's the truth, now that you're magically bound to me. Well, I was honest with you. I really do intend to take care of you. I just think that's easier if you obey me. In your second life, you really wanted familiars besides just me. Do you doubt that the contract really works? If you'd like, I can give you an order. Let me think. Something that would be easy on you. I can compel you to tell the truth. So let's start with that. Answer me honestly. Are you thinking of running?